Namaste students, myself Sunil Kumar from the Department of Computer Science. Today we are moving to the next session based on the chapter that you can see here, Boolean Algebra. In Boolean Algebra we already discussed the many sessions. It's a big chapter, there are different sessions are there, or different topics are there that are already discussed. And also in in previous sessions we mainly discussing about the K-map. That's one more important topic in case of Boolean Algebra. How we can reduce a Boolean expression. Whenever if we got any Boolean expression, that Boolean expression how we can reduce, that we are mainly discussing in case of Boolean or K-map. If you take the K-map, there are mainly three types of K-map you can write. One is a 2 variable K-map is available, 3 variable is there, one more is 4 variable. There are mainly 3 types of K-map is available. By using that 3 types of K-map, whenever based on the question, whenever you get the 3 variable Boolean expression, whenever you get sometimes you get the 4 variable Boolean expression, or sometimes you get the 2 variable Boolean expression. That Boolean expressions can be reduced by using the K-map. That is one easiest method. If you want to reduce, there are 2 methods are available. Already we told that there are 2 methods are available. One is algebraic method. In case of algebraic method, what we are using means there are different laws are there, or fundamental laws are there, or some theorems are there. By applying some theorems, we are going to reduce a big Boolean expression into a smaller one. That is what we discussed. And also we discussed some topics regarding the reducing Boolean expression into using the K-map. So K-map, Karnaugh map, by using that is possible to reduce. So I already discussed some topics here. I already discussed many topics. Not some many topics we discussed. The first one is grouping the pair. Whenever 2 adjacent cells are there, means that is possible to do. That one method how we can reduce by using the pair. If you want to reduce a Boolean expression in a K-map, first you have to see what is the total number of variables. First step. First you have to check what is the total number of variables. After checking the total number of variables, the next step, what is the next step? The next step is what you have to do. Next step, then write that all the create one K-map structure. In that K-map structure, we have to write. In that K-map structure, we have to write that we have to map the numbers. Whenever which in question which in all terms are given, based on that terms you have to mark that as 1 in case of SOP or in case of Boolean K-map. Then after marking that one, then you have to group. When you are going to group, there are different methods are available. That different methods what we studied, one is pairing. Whenever 2 adjacent cells are there, means that is possible to pair. That is possible to make a one group. 2 adjacent cells, either 2 cells in row or 2 columns. 2 cells in a column, that also possible to group. That is the one thing we studied. Next, quad method. Grouping a quad. Grouping a quad means when you have 4 adjacent cells. Sometimes you get 4 adjacent cells or entire rows. One entire row or one entire column. That also possible to group. That's a quad. After that, we discussed with the octet. It's possible to group in octet 8 adjacent cells. 8 adjacent cells means either we get the 2 rows together or 2 columns together. 2 rows together and also with the 2 columns together. All we discussed. And after that, we discussed about the map rolling. Map rolling means map is there is if you first column is the first column and this is the last column. Thus 2 columns are possible to reduce. That 2 columns also possible to reduce. First column, 2 column, last column, and after that we can make a single group. That is treated as a octet. When only one is in, that's also possible to group because this first column and last column is like a map row 3D structure is possible to reduce that. That is one thing. And also 2 rows, first row and last row. Either like that. Either 2 rows you can combine together or 2 columns is possible to combine together. So by that you can reduce. That is one method. That is actually known as map rolling. And also we discussed with one more topic, that is overlapping of groups. It's also possible to overlap the group. Whenever only one number is one cell is remaining, that is possible to overlap. Not only one, sometimes 2 also possible, sometimes 3 also possible, and it's possible to combine the cells. Or already one group is done means that is possible to group with the along with the one more. So that is also we discussed. All these topics we discussed in the last session. In today's session, we are mainly going to discuss about edge rolling. The new topic, edge rolling. Now we will move to the today's session, that is actually edge rolling. Edge rolling is one more new topic or new concept in case of reducing. So before moving to reduce, before going to the edge rolling or map rolling, whatever it is grouping method, first you have to take one question. Here the question is reduce a Boolean expression f of a b c d is equal equal to sum of 2, 4, 8, 10. Means 4 terms are available. That 4 term Boolean expression we have to reduce. So when you are going to reduce this one, what is the first step? Already we discussed about the first step. What is the first step? First step, we have to check what is the total number of variables. Here total number of variables is 4. The 4 variables are A, B, C, D. There are total 4 variables are available. So when you have 4 variables, that means you have to create one structure or K-map structure with the 4 variable. And remember, the variable name should be same. Here A, B, C, D is given. So like that we should write the A, B, C, D. I am not going to explain. So this is because important this one. Already we discussed all we may have topics, we discussed same topics. So this is important. When you have 4 variables are there, so write A, B and C, D here. Then in case of SOP, remember in case of SOP, whenever the variable value is 0, then it should be represented in inverted form. Should be represented in inverted form. Whenever variable value is 1, then that should be represented in normal form. Remember, whenever the variable value is 0, that should be represented in inverted form. Whenever the variable value is 1, and that should be represented in normal form. So like that we should use. So variable names here 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. So like that we can do. So C dash, D dash will come. Next one C dash, D will come. Next C, D. Like that you have to create a structure and all the cells you have to fill. After that you have to mark the numbers. Cell number. Cell number always start from the 0. So that is structure is created. Next you have to reduce. If you want to reduce, one more K-map is required. That is for only reference. So we have to reduce it in this K-map. So whenever we are going to create the K-map, here we know that there are 4 variables are available. That 4 variable, so we have to create 4 variable K-map here. Then variables are A, B, C and D. 4 variables. After marking that one, then you have to give the values. So values here is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. These are 4 variables. Oh, here 4 values. Here also 4 values you can write 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. So like that we can write. After that, here what is a variable? Here variable is C and D normally, but here it should be C dash and D dash. Normally all the variables are C and D only. All the variables are C and D. So easy method I will say. All the variables are C and D. Here all the variables are A and B. You should write all the variables as A and B. After writing C, D or A, B here, then you have to mark whether it is inverted or in normal form. Then you have to check and you have to mark whether it is inverted or normal form. Whenever it is inverted means, inverted how you can say, whenever value is 0, whenever the value is 0, that time you should represent that one in the inverted form. Whenever the variable value is 0, at that time you should represent this one in inverted form. Here otherwise normal form. So here both the value is 0, so Z dash and D dash should be inverted. C bar or D bar. The next one is 0 and 1. So 1 is in normal form, means D is in normal form. One more variable C should be in inverted form. Like that you should write. The next one is C and D. See 1, 1, 1 and 1. It should be represented as 1 and 1. C and D because both also in 1, so should be represented in normal form. And last one is C and D dash. Why is D dash came? D dash because of 1 and 0. 0 should be inverted. 0 should be inverted, so it should be D dash. The next here also same thing. This one is A dash and B dash. A dash and B dash. Why A dash and B dash? Because of here both the value is 0. The next one is A dash B. Next one is A dash B. A dash because what is the reason? Reason is 0 and 1. So 0 is there means that should be represented in inverted form. Next 1 1. This one is 1 1. Last one is 1 0. So last one should be inverted. B dash should be inverted. So this is the method. After that one, next step. What is the next step? You have to mark the cell number. The cell number is important because when you are going to reduce the Boolean expressions, if based on the cell number, it is possible to reduce. So what is the cell number here? The first one is 0. Second one is 1. Next one is not a 2. That is 3. Because we have now third row and third column. So remember, we have third column and third right column. Whenever if you reach third column and third row, remember this one A, B and C, D normally. We should skip that because normally when you are going, why you are going to skip that reason? Reason is here. Normally, if you want to write the variable 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Normally, increasing like that. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. What's the value of 0, 0? Decimal value? Decimal value is 0 here. Next one is, this one is 1, it's 2 and this one is 3 normally. So like that you should change. Like that is possible to change. So here, whenever the first one is 0, 0, next one is 0, 1, next not 1, 0 here, 1, 0 written here, then 1, 1 is here. That's why we are going to skip. Here also same, we are also skip here. So that's why we are going to skip the value here. So it is 0, 0, 0, 1, then 1, 1 is there, next 1, 0. So it should be 2 and this one is 3. Next 4, 5, skip this one 6 and 7. So first row is over, second row is over. Next is the third row. Whenever third row is there means we have to skip that. Now you should go for fourth row here. In fourth row it is 8, 9, here 10 and 11. 8, 9, 10 and 11. After that here 12, 13, 14 and 15. So like that we should mark. After marking this structure is over. After getting skeleton our structure, next we have to map. The first step you have to see what is the total number of variable. Second you have to create a structure like this. After that next step map the data. How you can map? Mapping means see the question in that which numbers are given, which cell numbers are given. That same cell number should be marked here. So we will go for the same cell number. The first one is sum of 0 to 8, 10. 0 to 8, 10. First one is 0. So 0 should be marked as 1. That's the SOP. Then next one is 2. Cell number 2. Go for cell number 2. Mark this one as 1. The next one is cell number 8. Cell number 8. Cell number 8 should mark this one as 1. And finally cell number 10. Mark this one as 1. So 4 terms are given. There are 4 terms also we mark. It's a step. It's easy actually. Whenever which number is given, cell number is given in question, the same cell number should be marked here. After marking that, what remaining things will be there? Remaining cells. That all the remaining cells we should mark as zeros. All the remaining cells we should mark that one as 0. After marking all the cells as 0. After marking all the cells as 0, the next step you have to group. When you are going to group here, already we discussed one topic, that is map rolling. Map rolling is possible. This one. So we can group like this. That is possible. Here also this one and this one. And also map rolling is possible. This one can group that one. So that is thing. That is possible. I'm not saying that is not possible. That is possible. But in that we get the 2 groups. But our question is reduce the Boolean expression. How will you get the reduced Boolean expression? In case of reduced Boolean expression, either octet should be there. Octet is there means only one variable term will be there. Quad means the 2 variables are there. Then whenever you go for pair, 3 variables will be there. See the number of the group. Whenever number of group is less, the terms also going to reduce. Whenever 2 groups are there means 2 terms will be there. Whenever 3 groups are there means 3 terms will be there. So we have to reduce. But here if you did like that, then we will get 2 groups. So it's possible to group in one more method. That method is known as Algebra. See already I told whenever if you take a K-map, this is a K-map you can take. Same sheet, it's a K-map. If you take this one, I already told it's possible to rotate like this. This is known as map rolling. So first column, last column. You can say this is the first column, this is the last column. That is possible to group like that. So it is nearby. And one more concept I already discussed, first row and last row. That is also possible to rotate like this. So we can say we already discussed the 3D structure. And one more concept is there, that is known as edge rolling. So if you take this is a K-map, this is the first column, first cell, the second cell, 8th cell, and finally is a 10th cell. The 4 cells are available. It is possible to roll like this. Like a 4 corners we can group together. These 4 corners. It is possible to group with the 4 corners together. If you take this one, these 2 and these 2 you can take and you can group like this. 4 corners together. You can take and you can make these 4 corners as a single nearby. This concept is known as map rolling. It is known as edge rolling. The first is the first cell, It's also possible to like this, and this one is the last one. It's possible to do like this, and this one, and finally this one. These 4 cells, edge 4 cells, we can treat as a single group. So that's a 3D structure. Not like a round it is. So it will be, edge will become near. All the edges, 4 edges is a nearer. So that we can group. That grouping concept is known as edge grouping. That grouping concept means, if you take this as a K-map, these 4 edges you can treat as a single group. The 4 edges you can treat as single group. So whenever 4 edges are there, means the first one is 1. So like this one, not a single group here, this one, and this one, and finally this one. 4 edges. 4 edges that we can treat as a single group. After treating a single group, understood? Here concept is 4 edges. We take the 4 edges. The 4 edges is a single, like it will be meeting in one point. That will meet in one point. So like this, 4 edges. So that is, you can see that we can make it possible to do. That concept is known as edge mapping or edge ruling. So after edge ruling is over, so we can take this one, this one, this one, and this one. Whenever remember 2, 10, 2, 0, 2, 8 and 10, that cells are there, means that will be treated as a single group. 4 edge is there, means that will be treated as a single group. So after that, we have to reduce. Now you can reduce here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is there, this is a quad. So quad, the cells are 0, 2, 8 and 10. What is the variable? What is the expression? 0, 2, 8 and 10. You can see here only. I'm not going to explain that one. I will explain that one later. First, I will go for this one. What is the variable? What is the term? If you take this group, it contains this row, this column, and first column and last column. First row and last row. Let's check out first row and last row. What is the common term? First row and last row. A dash, A. That is not a common term. B dash, B dash. B dash, B dash. So B dash is the common term. You can write B dash. Next, first column and last column. First column C dash, C. So that is not a common term. Then D dash, D dash. So D dash will be the common term. So output will be B dash, D dash. Got it? So if this is actually easy. If you write like this, then this table is not required. No need to write this table. In exam also, no need to write this table. It's not required. It's enough for. This part is no. That is for understanding purpose, or that is enough for. That is not required. Maybe this is required. How to group? So if you want to group like this, that is required actually. If you are not practiced how to group, then that is required. So here grouping. So like that we get. Or if you are not getting this concept at all, leave that one. No need to take attention. One more topic. This one take. Only you need to draw that one. That is easy to draw. Already you know how to draw that one. By seeing that, it is possible to reduce. Here reduce. See here 0, 2, 8 and 10. Take the 4 columns. 0, 2, 8 and 10. It's a common term in that. A dash A. A dash A. A is there. A dash is there. So that's not a common term. The next one is B dash B dash. B dash B dash. So B dash is common term. So we do B dash. The next one is C dash C, C dash C. So C dash is present, C also present. That is not a common term. I didn't wrote that one. The next one is D dash, D dash, D dash and D dash. 4 places also D dash is available. So that is a common term. So that will take D dash. So our term will be the B dash and D dash. So this is the final output. How we can write the final output? The final output can be written as F of A, B, C, D. F of A, B, C, D is equal to sum of, sorry, it's not sum of here B dash and D dash. F of A, B, C, D, that is equal to B dash and D dash. Only one term. See, the 4 terms are there in the Boolean expression. 4 term Boolean expression is reduced to only 2 terms. Only 2 variables, that is 1 term. 2 variables, 1 term. So 4 term Boolean expression is reduced to 1 term Boolean expression. This is actually the reducing concept. So what we discussed here, we are mainly discussed about the edge ruling. It's a new concept in case of K-map. So whenever 4 edges is near, Whenever the 4 edges nearer means 4 edges marked means that is possible to group. That is possible to group, or we can treat that one as a single group. So that what we discussed. So by here we reach the end of session today. In this session mainly discussed about edge rolling. Edge rolling means whenever 4 edges are, take this is the K map. If you take this as a K map means this 4 edges we can treat as a single group. So we can group like this. 4 edges nearer is possible to group. That is the main concept what we discussed. 4 edges nearer that we can group. So how we can do before grouping? First you have to take the total number of variables. So total number of variable. After taking the total number of variables, you have to check the variable name A, B, C, D. Based on the A, B, C, D, you have to create one structure. And after that, mark the cell number and give the variable names everything. And remember, variable name should be same as the which is given in question. The same variable name should be given. If it is WXYZ means give the variable name as WXYZ. Whenever ABCD is given means give the variable name as ABCD like that. After that, what is the next step here? Next, take this one. See the question which are the numbers are there that mark diagonal as 1. After remaining every cells you mark as 0. Then group only one. Whenever group only one, only group when you go into group, first you have to check whether you get it octet. Remember, first you check whether you get it octet, then you go for quad. Quad is means you will get the edge rolling or whatever it is. Edge rolling will get or map rolling will get something. That concept is available. Then after that, if you are not getting, then go for the pair. Remember, first try to octet, then go for quad, then go for pair. If you are not getting these three, then go for a single is possible to mark. After that one, grouping, then see the structure of the K-map by seeing the radius. So this is the steps to reduce using the K-map. So today we discussed about edge rolling. Today we discussed about the edge rolling. And in this case I explained only one topic. We will get some other worksheet we will get. Based on the worksheet, work with edge rolling. So by here I will wind up my today's session. Thank you.